You know, I'm still kind of reeling and recovering from this week of football.
Rodgers to the 20. A flag is thrown out of bounds, and that's your ball game.
Where does your team stand as we near the midway point of the regular season? Well, here's the Week 8 edition of our official NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 31. Detroit was a fun team through the first 4 weeks of the season, but now they're just downright awful and sitting dead last in the league standings. They can't even score a measly touchdown anymore. Progress was supposed to be made in year 2 of this regime, but the Lions look just as bad as last year's group, if not even worse. Number 31, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 29. Yeah, the Texans are in the same boat as the Lions. They were supposed to be bad in 2022, but not quite this bad.
I expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
Houston's defense couldn't stop a nosebleed against the Las Vegas Raiders, and Davis Mills just isn't doing enough to convince the Texans to pass on a quarterback in next year's draft. Number 30, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 23. Feels like a lifetime ago when the Jaguars were above 500 and seemingly in the running for the AFC South title. Hey, credit to them for almost beating a red-hot New York Giants team, but 4 straight losses is nothing to celebrate. Number 29, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 26. The offense was bad with Russell Wilson, but man, it is even worse without him, if that's even possible. It's pretty crazy that they're 2-5, despite that defense only allowing 16.4 points per game. Number 28, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 32. No more Christian McCaffrey. Game 2 with an interim head coach. J.C. Horn doesn't play, and the Panthers still crushed Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21-3. P.J. Walker did his job as a game manager. The Carolina D gave Tampa nothing, and the ground game piled up 173 rushing yards. Can they keep it going? Who cares? Let's just let the Panthers enjoy this rare moments of triumph while they can. Number 27, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 25. Even with a rash of injuries, the Saints keep finding themselves 1 or 2 plays away from winning. 2-5 is a giant disappointment for a team that looked poised to compete. But you know, guess what? The NFC South is a joke this year. And incredibly, they're only 1 game out of first in the division. If they can get Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, and Marshawn Lattimore back soon, you never know what can happen. Number 26, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 24. 4 of the Browns' 5 losses have been 1-possession games. Would they be in better shape with Deshaun Watson? Tough to say, especially when their defense can't make a stop when they need it most. Is it too early to wonder if Kevin Stefanski is on the hot seat? Number 25, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 30. It's shocking to see these Bears sitting at 3-4, tied with teams like the Niners, Rams, Packers, and Buccaneers. Are they really on the same level as those teams, or is their record just an anomaly?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
I'd like to say it's the latter, but not every team rolls into Foxborough and beats Bill Belichick's Patriots by almost 3 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. If they can pull off a miracle next week in Dallas, it'll be time to start taking the Bears seriously. Number 24, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 28. The Raiders came out of their bye and pummeled Houston at home to move to 2-4. Their schedule from here continues to ease up as 3 of their next 4 opponents have losing records. They're not catching Kansas City for the AFC West, but the Raiders have the offensive firepower and the favorable schedule to make a run at a wildcard berth. So don't bury them just yet. Number 23, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 22. The Steelers were oh so close to pulling off a big upset for the 2nd week in a row, but Kenny Pickett's late interception in the red zone helped Miami avoid a scare. A very tough loss to swallow, no doubt. But this was always a rebuilding year in Steel City. Number 22, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 15. After watching them get thumped by the Bears on Monday night, it's pretty clear we never should have read too much into the Patriots' dominating performance over the Browns and Lions. Does Mac Jones get another shot, or is it officially Bailey Zappi time? That's going to be the big question leading into their Week 8 battle against the Jets. Number 21, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 27. Don't look now, but the Commanders just came back against Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay Packers at home and picked up their 2nd straight win. They are now 3-4 and very much in the NFC wildcard race. Progress has been made, and Chase Young appears to be getting close to a return. If Taylor Heineke plays the way he did on Sunday, these Commanders could go on a nice little second-half run. Number 20, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 17. It's crazy to think that this Colts team actually beat the Chiefs back in Week 3. How did that even happen? Matt Ryan's string of costly turnovers continued in the Colts' Week 7 road loss to the Tennessee Titans. And it looks like Frank Reich has seen enough, as he announced his decision to bench the 2016 MVP in favor of Sam Ehlinger moving forward. At this point, yeah, it makes sense. May as well see what you got in Ehlinger before drafting your quarterback of the future next offseason. Number 19, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 18. The Falcons got roughed up real good by Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, dropping to 3-4 on the season. If there was any silver lining, it's that the Buccaneers and Saints both lost, so Atlanta remains in a two-way tie for first in the NFC South. Number 18, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 21. It wasn't pretty, but the Cardinals saved their season. For now at least, with a 42-34 home win over New Orleans on Thursday night. DeAndre Hopkins picked up right where he left off, hauling in 10 receptions for 103 yards in his return. The Card schedule gets a lot tougher from here though, but if the offense can find some consistency, the Redbirds could be a threat in the NFC. Number 17, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 16. It's hard to relax when the Packers are dropping 3 straight games to the Giants, Jets, and Commanders. They're now 3-4 and 2.5 games behind the Minnesota Vikings for the NFC North. We still feel like a team with this much talent will figure it out eventually, but it does not get any easier with a Week 8 road tilt against the powerhouse Buffalo Bills up next. Number 16, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 12. What in the world is going on with the Buccaneers? Is Tom Brady finally showing his age? The offensive line is in absolute shambles. The rushing game is non-existent, and Tampa's once vaunted front seven has been getting gashed as of late. Are the Bucs truly on the decline, or will they eventually figure it out over the second half of the season? Number 15, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 19. It wasn't pretty, but Miami ended a 3-game losing skid with a nail-biting win over the Steelers. Miami is perfectly set up to go on a run now. Next up, they have the Lions, Bears, Browns, and then a bye week before hosting the Texans. 8-3 is very much in play. Number 14, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 10. The 49ers are such a frustrating team. Sure, they're a bona fide Super Bowl contender, but a week after getting dominated by the Falcons, their stingy defense took the day off in an ugly home loss to the Chiefs. And who is Jimmy Garoppolo throwing to on that backbreaking red zone interception? They should turn things around and win the NFC West with Christian McCaffrey now in the fold, but the Jekyll and Hyde play is just maddening to watch. Number 13, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 14. The Rams got that much-needed bye week following a Week 6 win over Carolina, and now they return home for a pivotal showdown with the rival Niners. Did the bye week give the Rams enough time to figure out their offensive woes? We'll find out on Sunday. Number 12, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 7. The Chargers are sitting at 4-3, but they are another one of those frustrating teams to watch. I mean, losing at home to the Jaguars and Seattle Seahawks by double digits just kind of goes to show how unpredictable Brandon Staley's team is. Now Justin Herbert will be without Mike Williams for several games. Is it time to hit the panic button in LA? We'd say so. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 20. Well. Here are the Seahawks, once roasted for trading away Russell Wilson and rolling with Geno Smith.
Everything surrounding the Seahawks and their quarterback situation just makes me sad. The Seahawks are a disaster. This is where hope goes to die.
Funny how things work out. It all sets up a giant Seahawks Week 8 clash at Lumen Field that could actually carry significant playoff implications for both teams. Number 10, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 13. What a time to be a football fan in New York City. It is absolutely incredible to see both of their teams exceeding expectations after a decade of dismal football for each organization. The Jets narrowly got past the Russell Wilson-less Broncos on Sunday to pick up their 4th straight W. Their next 3 opponents are the Patriots, Bills, and the Patriots again. So we'll find out soon enough if these Jets are for real or not. Number 9, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 11. It wasn't pretty by any means, but hey, the Ravens got the job done over the Browns to narrowly avoid another brutal 4th quarter collapse. The defense is starting to come around after an awful 3-game stretch to open the season. Now we wait and see if they can keep that going against Tom Brady and the struggling Bucs on Thursday Night Football. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 9. Dak Prescott's first game back was solid for the most part. The defense and ground game did the heavy lifting though. But Prescott did look decent with 19 completions for 207 yards, 1 touchdown, and no picks. With Prescott healthy, it'll be fun to see if they can catch up to the undefeated Eagles and make a run at the NFC's top seed. Number 7. Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 8. A 4-game winning streak has the Titans sitting pretty at 4-2. That 0-2 start feels like a lifetime ago now, thanks to the resurgence of Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. The Colts aren't completely out of it just yet, but it's hard to see Tennessee blowing their lead atop the AFC South right now. Number 6, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 6. Cincy has won 4 of their last 5, and with the Browns, Panthers, and Steelers making up their next 3 games, there's a promising path for them to get ahead of Baltimore in the AFC North race. You can probably include these guys in the conversation of AFC heavyweights alongside Kansas City and Buffalo. Number 5, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 3. The Vikings sure can't complain about their bye week. The rival Packers lost to the Commanders, putting Mini 2.5 games up in the NFC North. Up next is a showdown at home against Kyler Murray's Cardinals. If you like points, I have a feeling you'll enjoy this one. Number 4, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 5. Against all odds, the Giants just keep on winning, and it's causing Brian Daboll to run away with Coach of the Year honors at the moment. The G-Men narrowly avoided a heartbreaking last-second loss to the Jaguars in a game that came down to the final play. Now we'll see if the surprising Giants can take down the equally surprising Seahawks in Week 8. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 4. As he did in Super Bowl 54, Mahomes broke the hearts of the 49ers by carving up their defense with precision passes. He had 423 yards and 3 touchdowns in KC's 44-23 victory over San Fran. KC will run away with the AFC West. The only question is if they'll manage to catch up to Buffalo in the race for the conference's top seed. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 2. Speaking of the Bills, they were one of 4 teams on their bye week. Good timing, because it doesn't hurt to have an extra week of preparation for Aaron Rodgers and a grumpy Green Bay team. A win over the 4-time league MVP would only strengthen the Bills' case as the team to beat in the AFC. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 1. The NFL's last remaining undefeated team was on a bye in Week 7. Now they get ready to host the interstate rival Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday afternoon. After that, the Eagles visit the Houston Texans before coming home to face Washington. The path to 9-0 looks awfully promising right now. But who do you think is the team to beat through 7 weeks? Join us in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.